Today we are talking about the eldest daughter phenomena, the ate. Is it a curse or a gift? So let me talk about first what is this eldest daughter phenomena. If you are an ate, you probably already know what I'm talking about. Then I will talk about the curse, how what is that bringing you that may not be the healthiest, and also how that could be turned into a gift. So, the eldest daughter phenomena, you probably have heard this on TikTok, Instagram, but basically, I think this is across culture potentially, but I could imagine how daughters, Filipino daughters, are co-mothering potentially. And I want to say that not just because you're an ate that you're experiencing this, everybody's different, but there is a shared phenomena that is being expressed. You're an eldest daughter, you probably are the fixer, maybe you're the peacemaker, you're the glue of the family. Everybody comes to you for family potlucks, or you are the organizer. People look up to you, or they don't want to bother you. Um, Eldest daughters are said to, not all, are co-mothering their siblings. And I think that's a more apt term than parentified, which we hear a lot more in the West. That's possible, but I think it's more of a co-mothering. Um, you could be self-sacrificial, but you could also be a go-getter, right? So you could both see that as something potentially positive or not so. Now, when this becomes a curse or something really dysfunctional, that means that you're becoming an eldest daughter, like doing something over and over again, right? It becomes a habit. A habit creates your personality, and now that's your identity. It's almost like you don't know how to be in the world, but to be that, to be the nurturer, peacekeeper, you're the fixer. And in exchange, when you are not able to be in that position, you might feel guilt, even shame. This is what happens to a lot of the elder daughters that I see in my practice. If you're not aware, I'm a licensed psychotherapist, Filipina immigrant, born and raised in the Philippines, but I've lived in America for almost 25 years. I see a lot of that coming out as they might have chronic guilt, having it's hard to say no. They also could feel that in their bodies. They look put together, right? Because they are the fixer. They manage all the things. But inside, they might have some high blood pressure. So it's showing up more from the physical symptoms of being overwhelmed, because they could easily trick people to see that they look put together, but inside they feel kind of tense and overwhelmed. They have migraines. They're feeling like your bodies are breaking down. Now, that's, I think, the part that is a curse or something that's very unhealthy, because now you're attached to the role. And one thing, so now I'm going to go over to when you can turn it into a gift, in which I want to give you hope if you're an elder daughter. I'm also the eldest daughter. And how you could turn that into a gift is to just slow down, learn your family of origin. Certainly, you can speak to a therapist, get a book, but slow down. Um, Awareness is key. Oh, I'm doing these things because I have been conditioned to do them, not because I should do them. Although that's one of the problem is that you're shooting yourself. So slowing down, if you need support from a therapist, you could always check the link below. I'll tell you a little bit about my story when I moved to America because I'm the eldest daughter. I'm used to kind of being the nurturer. I remember that when it was my children's birthday party, and I don't have the same emotional resource like I did in the Philippines. So I'm setting up everything. I'm exhausted even before the party started, but I'm not used to, and this is a long time ago, asking for help. But people would look at me and they're like, oh, she looks so put together. So, but inside, I'm like, wow, why is nobody helping me? My trick there, and this is not the solution for everything, is that the idea that I should move into the world in that way, I weaken that idea by slowing down, being more aware, and I actually observe some American moms when they do parties, they just prepare some pizza, they chat, they don't worry so much like I was worrying because I'm conditioned. So I studied them and I kind of blended that the way they are, my personality, but also my culture. So instead of like in parties, I have to do everything from scratch. I just buy certain things. And of course, this is just an example of slowing down, being aware, and changing their narrative while being still you. So I'm just sharing. So now I'm more aware. Like I said, I've lived in America for almost 25 years. I've navigated both cultures, I think beautifully, although I also understand the conflict of being in between. Gift of being the eldest daughter. So if you learn to slow down, also study your family of origin, maybe you've spoken to a therapist, it's actually a gift to be also an eldest daughter, where when you know boundaries and you could set them, you become a model to the rest. Because some people are looking up to you because you're the ate. But you don't even have to over explain, but your presence teach them that lesson, the lesson that you've taught yourself and that you are also manifesting. Also, you're paving the way for others how to balance loving yourself while still loving the Filipino family that you love to love. And that's exactly what I do in my practice that I love to do. Next is breaking the cycle, whatever cycle of shame, cycle of guilt. We know that when we don't work on that, it permeates across generations. And I want to believe that we all want to do a better job of tending to our children by making them feel more free, to make them feel good enough. Also, one of the gifts is that elder daughters are very hardworking, but now they know that they don't have to break their bodies. Because that truly is one of the manifestation I see in my practice is that they are breaking down their bodies, but they look put together. So if this is you, there is hope. Slow down, seek therapy if you need to. Again, my consult link is below. I hope this served you well. Again, this is Rowan Digia Samos. Check out calamansijuice.com for the articles that I hope can serve you. Ingat po. Bye now.